Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to a Showdown Live. This time we're going to be hitting up the UU tier. This team was given to me by user Volturn. Did I say Volturn? Volturn on Smogon, and it's not really Volturn. It doesn't even have Volt Switch on Electros. But he said it's a team that won him a tournament, so I figured, okay, why not just play with it. Our opponent's team is actually super cool. I actually like it a lot. I plan on participating in OLT after, I think, Wednesday. So I'll do my best to, qualify before Worlds. I don't know how many games I'll be able to get in, but I'm gonna do my best to record that stuff. But we have a game, and I really wish we had Pursuit on our Aerodactyl, but we actually have Ice Fang, which would be very helpful in this game. So he leads off with his Crocodile. I don't like this lead at all. I'm gonna go hard into my Machamp. He doesn't appreciate this amount at all. We also tank a superpower. It looks to be banded by the looks of it, and I can just proceed to go for knockoff on the incoming Gligar, getting rid of its Violite. Great. And yeah, we'll just Ice Punch this thing as we are able to pick it off. So amazing. Aerodactyl no longer has to go for Ice Fang. I mean, I wish we had Pursuit again because we're fighting Mega Beedrill, and Mega Beedrill is a pretty big issue to this team. However, just getting rid of Gligar, his Stealth Rocker early, I can just, I can really, we don't have a Ground type either. That shit doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. He can Volt Switch, should be able to knock us out. I'm actually just going to go for Dynamic Punch as he goes for Thunderbolt. That does nothing because of our Assault Vest, and we were able to get rid of one of the biggest threats to our team. Assault Vest Machamp, man, eating up. Beedrill is going to come out, and I can just BP this thing just to get off a bit of chip damage. So amazing how we just got off so much for really so little. I'm assuming that's Bandit Crocodile, and it's really cool that my opponent has an Articuno. I think that's super cool. We also have Roar on Empoleon, so that's a few things to note. Articuno is going to come out. Best play is going. Actually, Empoleon is great right here. Because I can just defog away these Stealth Rock. We do not have the Roar, unfortunately. We do. Freeze Dry is neutral, so it's not the best versus our opponent, but I want to get rid of these rocks as quickly as possible. I don't have to worry about switching into Suicune at all. Shaman should be able to deal with him, his Suicune, as thankfully he does not freeze us. We can get rid of these hazards and set up our own just for that Beedrill. Put that thing on a time. Oh, limit the amount of switches he can come in. Not put him on a timer, not really. But we are going to limit the amount of switches he can have. And what we'll do now is just spam the Flash Cannon. It is super effective, obviously. He did put us in Torrent, but Flash Cannon I think does so much more. So if he wants to roost off, as he lets us knock him out. And what we can do now is Mega Evolve with our Aerodactyl. That way we are 100% faster than Beedrill. And just go right for Aerial Ace. It is the most accurate move we have. He doesn't have a Flying Resist. Articuno dies to rocks anyway, so we'll be able to knock that thing out with our Arrow. And I'm assuming Crocodile is going to come out. Potentially. Suicune ends up coming out. I think hard into Shaman is the only play we have, as I can just spam Seed Flare. As he is going to go for Calm Mind. Again, spamming Seed Flare is the only play I have versus him. You can go out to Beedrill, but with rocks, Beedrill's not going to appreciate this. It can't switch in anymore to me if it manages to live it. And I'm assuming that is Bandit, Crocodile. We even get the Spadef drop from Seed Flare, as his only way of beating us was scalding us. And again, Suicune is just so low to the point where he wouldn't be able to recover from this. So, great first start for us. Machamp really showed that how bulky it honestly is. We didn't get to use Electros or Scarf Chandler. I'm pretty sure it's Scarf Chandler. Let's actually look at the team real quick. Again, if you guys want to use a team alongside me, you can. It's Scarf Chandler with Psychic. I think Trick is way better. Let me cancel looking for a battle. I think Trick is way better than Psychic, as it lets us deal with fatter teams. Like if Suicune got out of hand, I would have tricked it, and then Shaman would have beat it 1v1 anyway. But we're going to look for a new game. And again, if you guys want to use a team alongside me, there will be a link to it in a paste bin down below. What else did I want to say? Worlds is in like a week and a half, pretty much. I get there, I think, Tuesday or Wednesday. And we're going to be recording the Cypher. With Lil Wayne. I can't wait to meet him. Drake. Michelle Obama. Whew. It's gonna be clean as hell, boy. Hopefully Poland Spring sponsors me. Yeah, obviously I'm just messing around. But yeah, I'm so hyped for the Cypher. Oh my god, there's so many bars I want to say, but I can't. I like my opponent's team, and I like his name as well. That's how I feel sometimes. That's regular Diancie, obviously. We should all know that. I very, very, very much like the matchup that Electros has as a lead. We got to be careful around Absol. But Electros matches up well just because of its Salt Vest, resisting Crobat's hit, which is his strongest mon. I'm expecting him, excuse me. Have fun. Actually, no, I'm going to lead off with Empoleon, because Empoleon matches up even better. Because it gets a Brox very, very easily versus Diancie. Yeah, that is his lead of choice. And I'm actually just going to go right for Flash Cannon. Just in case he wants to try and go for Rock or weaken me with the Earth Power. Because if we're able to knock him out, as we are, we just prevented rocks from our opponent. So goodbye, Diancie. Great. Great, great, great. That Mon is gone. I'm assuming he tried to get up rocks. Absol's going to come out. This monster, man. Holy crap. I have to go for Scald. I could not risk him setting up at all. I could not risk him setting up at all. But we can now afford to go out into Electros. And I really want to go for... I don't have... Flamethrower, man. Knockoff is the play I'm going to choose to go for because his +1 knockoff doesn't knock me out anyway, and it does hit potentially Celebi if you want to go out to that. Decides to bring out his Electros, however, excuse me, his Venomoth, and we'll just click Thunderbolt because Bug isn't going to do crap to me anyway. I'm assuming he's sub Quiver Dance without the Sleep Powder, and I could just proceed to go for knockoff again if he does want to go for the Bug Buzz. I think he just tried to weaken me for his Absol to win, but we do have Superpower, which is something that I'm concealing, which also doesn't do much versus his team. Crobat doesn't knock me out, and neither does Celebi, and if Celebi comes out, we knock it off. Absol does come out. Knockoff should be able to knock us out, but if he does try to go for Swords Dance, predicting I'm a champ, I can knock him out with Superpower. As he actually goes for Pursuit. So we, Electros, putting in the finest of work right there. Two big threats gone. I'm always scared whenever I play Venomoth, just because of Tinted Lens. And Celebi is going to come out, and we can just go for knockoff right here. As Psychic is finally able to pick us off. However, show me your resistances to Shadow Ball. Show me them. I bet you this is a pretty good resistance right here. We get a Spadef drop, which means I'm going to spam it again because 1, he can't Skull Burn me, 2, he can't knock me out, and 3, he could potentially double right here. So that Spadef drop is huge as he is going to go for Scald. And once again, he does not have a switch in. We 2-hit KO Crobat, which we are faster than because we are Scarf. Suicune dies again. Very, very, very lucky on my part getting that Spadef drop, but we will be able to 2-hit KO the Crobat, or potentially 2-hit KO, excuse me. I'm going for it though. As Brave Bird is going to pick him off as well. And, Airless doesn't knock out Suicune from 25%. No way. Mega Arrow? No way. I severely doubt. That's my boy Suicune. That's my baby. That's my favorite Pokemon. You are not dying in no stupid Aerial Ace, bro. You're Suicune. You're yummy. Look at that. Barely. I ain't hitting no Stone Edge versus him either. Get rid of this Pace Spin. Hard and the Shaman is the play. And we just spam Air Slash right now. We're max speed, so we might be able to beat him before he beats us. Not sure. Doesn't +2 Psychic not even knock me out? Yeah. I was positive it did around that much. And we're able to knock him out. And all we have to do is go for Seed Flare and win the game. He doesn't even try to go for the dodge because he actually had potential to win if he dodged. But we're able to knock him out there, and that is going to be game. And this is another team with nicknames, huh? We're just going to get rid of the nicknames. I'm glad I noticed it this early. Not that I have anything against your nicknames. Your nicknames are fine. But, yeah, I did a previous live the other day. Oh, my God. Those nicknames had me on tilt. I sound like Akamaru. What's going on? But I really... I'm enjoying UU a lot, guys. I definitely want to play RU as well because Shaman obviously dropped down there. Shaman is also another one of my favorite Pokemon. What the hell? We're number 39 on the ladder? Where'd this come from? Where are we getting these points from, huh? Might as well do Road to Top 10 again in UU. Where's aim at? Let's check where aim at. I haven't played on that account in like years. Okay, not years, but we're number 1531 in UU. Like I said, I haven't played on that account. I think Blender got on that account, or maybe Jambag got on that account during a live. Somebody got on that. I know Blender got on my PokeaimMD account, and it just went all the way downhill. It started from like Alright, let's pretend I'm Pokemon is fun, right? You know, I use stall and I make Pokemon whack for everybody else. Actually, I have nothing against stall, so I take back that. Let's pretend I'm Pokemon is fun, and Blunder is right between Poppy Bro Juniors and Disc-Up. Blunder is Smack Lips Boy, Hard Breather 47, okay? And he's number 496 and a half. Alright? Now what Blunder decided to do was wrap the name PokeaimMD in a lasso and drag it all the way down. All the way down. So maybe I could have actually been top 10 in UU with this, but another thing I want you guys to be doing, especially because Sun and Moon is in the way, and I know I'm talking a lot, and usually I pause it, but I like talking. You know, why the hell else would you listen to me? I mean, obviously you want to see me play Pokemon, but I like talking. So one thing I do want you guys to do is, you know, if you have teams, I don't mind using them, man, especially if they're cool. You know I love using unique mons, and Machamp been working out. Look at this, 7 backs. Hello, scam artist. Oh crap, this is a very, very scary team. We don't have much for +1 we'd have nothing for +1. We actually lose to +1 Haxorus. Yeah, I'm leading off with Arrow. It's like the only thing that beats his team. As he leads off with Tentacruel, I think he acknowledged that Arrow was the only thing that beat his team. And we're going to go right out to Empoleon. We do have the defog and we can spam Scald. Yeah, I'm very, very weak to Haxorus. I need chip damage pronto. Haxorus. No, I'll play Haxorus on this side because I want to talk Ice Fang. I can't even spell Haxorus. Help me. Pretty sure Ice Fang does 70 to 80. Yep, 70 to 83. Yeah. You guys never felt those? Like just feel when. Oh my God, it's in! Help! 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 We're gonna Flash Cannon because it's the only play we can to weaken him at all. As we get a Spadef drop, and that is gonna be our savior. That's literally gonna be our savior. I'm gonna risk our Aerodactyl right here. I'm risking it just to go hard into my Electros on an Outrage and go right back out into, yep, and then go right back out into Empoleon. And thankfully, because of that Spadef drop, well, if I didn't get the Spadef drop, I had to Flash Cannon, sack this, and then go for the Bullet Punch with Machamp. But thankfully, we are able to come through with a bit of plays, as some might say. Heracross is going to come out. This doesn't do anything for the rest of the game, so I'll just Scald right here as he goes for knockoff, knocking me into Torrent range. I'm assuming he was Scarf Heracross as, oh no, he was, excuse me, he was the Toxic Orb variant. Again, this Pokemon doesn't do much for me, so we'll be able to go right back out into our Aerodactyl and just go right for Airless. His resistance does not exist to that. Haxorus, again, I think if he tried to set up Haxorus later on versus Electros, I think that would have been smarter for my opponent, or safer for my opponent to do. Then again, I would have knocked off his Lumberry, and he would have played around with the potential of, I want to go for Earthquake here, but I don't think it kills Tentacruel. I don't think it kills, it might be close to killing Heracross, and he could be running some HP on it. So Tentacruel is going to come out. We're just going to go out to Chandelure. Maybe that's why I hit Psychic for Tentacruel, to block the spin. Oh my God, I got played. Straight up played. But I can now go out into Shaman and just go for the Earth Power, as he is max speed Tentacruel. So actually, I could have probably knocked this guy out with the what's it called? I probably could have knocked him out with the Earthquake, looking at how he's max speed. Wins a speed tie, that doesn't matter. Freezes me, that does matter. Hopefully we win the speed tie and thaw. No, don't worry about it. It's okay. It's okay. Do you, man. Don't worry about it. You don't have to spin. What if you just recover enough to the point where I can't knock you out anyway? Thaw! No. Unfort. The good thing is that my Aerodactyl, thank you, friend, I appreciate that. My Aerodactyl can knock him out. We might lose to Rock Slide from from Darmanitan. I have to do some smart plays versus Darmanitan. Assuming it's Scarf Darmanitan. Okay, let me check something. Shaman, is he just max HP? No, he's obviously has some sort of special attack. Like, what the hell? Tentacruel. I tried to block the spin at all costs, but obviously he predicted that very well. Earth Power. Yeah, that man has HP and that's it. I don't watch them much anymore, but they're definitely held a place in my memory. I appreciate that. It's okay if you don't watch my videos much anymore. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, don't worry about it. The thing is, do I go off him? Azoth definitely lives this. I'm assuming he's Nasty Plot because no, he's definitely Stealth Rock Sash. Mega Arrow. I'm trying to see if Stone Edge is a play. I think it knocks it out, but I think it's close actually. No, it doesn't. And he's definitely Sash anyway. So I'll go for this as he goes for Psychic. And again, just going for Airless as the play again. Is he Scarf Flare Blitz? Regardless, going out into Machamp is the only play I have. It's actually the only play I have. I think things could have been differently if I didn't freeze because I had an extra sack versus the I had an extra sack versus the he goes right for Flare Blitz. I'm going right for D Punch because he's gonna go out into Beedrill. So at least we're able to dynamic punch this monster. And I can just go for Ice Punch, follow it up. As he's going to hit himself. So we're able to knock him out right there. And Darmanitan is going to come out. And he did make the play of going for Flare Blitz. Does it knock out Mega Arrow? I think it does. If it's Scarf. Did I just type Flare Blitz? Good lord. I need a really low roll if I want to knock him out. I need a low roll if I don't want him to knock me out. But yeah, it was the game. Again, if Shaman didn't freeze right there, good game, man. Keep up the great content. Thank you. Good game. If Shaman didn't freeze, I obviously had another sack versus Darmanitan to lower it. You have a nice day. Okay, you too. But that's the game we play at times. Pokemon. Huh. Getting up rocks would have been helpful too, but I don't know how I would have been able to do. I mean, I kept rocks up. Oh no. I don't know how that tentacle threw me off as well, but it was obviously offensive, right? I think. Tentacruel. It was obviously timid, right? But was it like max offense? Like, because Earthquake, I remember mine dying from full. Look at this. So if he wasn't any HP on his Tentacruel, but I don't think he would have been that set. Oh, we got another Haxorus. Come on, stop bringing this Mon versus me. We're so weak to it with this team. Empoleon's just a great lead. We get up a rocks as quickly as possible. Chandelure is actually his choice of lead. So what I am going to do is actually go for Scald because his Burn Exist is, I think his Gyarados. What is this box down here? Oh, that's my GNC stuff. His Burn Resist is Gyarados. How did BBJB get in here? I mod joined it. Are you the real PokeaimMD? Correct. So we are able to Scald this Chandelure. He did give me a choice Scarf. Not that that helps me at all. Well, I'm 234 speed now. Great, I'm faster than Mandibuzz. And I think we just lose to Haxorus. Yeah, this team is really weak to Haxorus. I don't have Counterplay for it. Assuming the Haxorus is going to come out now, I'm hoping he saves it for later. Oh great, he decides to sweep me with Gyarados now. That's good. It's very nice of my opponent. We're going to go directly into our Electros though, because we do tank a +1 Waterfall, and we can knock him out with Thunderbolt. As the monster is gone, I repeat, the monster, well, one of the monsters is gone. He has more. It's literally just waiting to come out. He goes into P2 first though. So we're going to knock off this thing's Violite, because we do live a Tri-Attack due to our Assault Vest. We do have the triple Assault Vest on this team. And what we're going to do is actually save our Electros as fodder for the Beedrill, that way I can get up my rocks with Empoleon. And I also predicted that Toxic. Of course I didn't. But we're able to get up rocks, as this Tri-Attack isn't going to do crap. And there's a few plays I can make here. And I actually want to make the Chandelier play because I want to trick this guy. I want to trick him with Choice Scarf. Get rid of this monster. Get rid of his... Ah, nice. And we lock him into that. So, what I can do now is just click Fire Blast. That should be able to 2-KO Mandibuzz. I guess he could stay in if he really wanted to. But I think that Modest Fire Blast after Stealth Rock... We're not Modest, we're Timid. But I think that should be able to 2-KO Mandibuzz, assuming we do hit, as that does a lot more than I expected. And, come on, Rocks! That's alright. That's alright. As long as we hit this next one, or hit this next one, excuse me. As Chandelier is gonna give him the Flash Fire. However, we'll be able to go right back out into our Empoleon. And I'm hoping he crits me with the Tri-Attack or the Ice Beam. He didn't either. He could definitely just go right back out on the Mandibuzz, so we'll just click Scald as he decides to stay in. So, my water! No! The good thing is we're now in Torrent, so if Haxorus wants to set up, we'll do a little more damage than usual, as well as the fact that Porygon will go down to 2 hits, which is perfect because we prevent Haxorus from setting up. That's the main goal right here. So he's able to knock us out. Were these speed ties? What the hell? Shut up, speed ties. And I really, really want to go out to Machamp because it's the only thing that can hit Haxorus for Dynamic Punch damage. If he goes right for Outrage and he's banded, and that knocks us out. Or Life Orb, excuse me. That looks to be banded though, the fact that he knocked us out. However, we can now go out into Shaman, go for Earth Power just to weaken him for Aerial Ace damage, and proceed to win with our Aerodactyl from there. So, Aero can just come out right now. This does... Aerial Ace just sweeps the game, or sweeps the team. Whatever you want to call it. So, Mandibuzz, if it doesn't go down, it will be 2-KO'd. Beedrill dies, and then... pretty sure Haxorus dies. It does like 60, but I'm calculating because I saw Shady Penguin use a banded Haxorus, and it had like HP and everything, so I was like, whoa, 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 calm down, buddy. But Aerialist will be able to pick him off, unless he's running a lot of HP. Thank God. So we're able to knock out the Haxorus right there, and Beedrill's gonna come out, and there's no way. We're gonna kill Beedrill. I'm gonna come for Kakuna, Caterpie, which is a different... We're knocking out your cousin too, okay? That doesn't matter. And don't think I forgot Little Weedle. He's dead too. So, good game. So we're able to come through with that. And we're going to look for another battle. And, yeah. So, we're going to look for another battle. And, yeah, that Haxorus is just so scary. There's a few adjustments I think we can make to this team to make Haxorus not be completely crazy versus us. I feel like Electros. One, giving it Volt Switch. That way we don't have to stay in versus him. Also, maybe running Dazzling Gleam on Shaman just to weaken it. A better Scarfer that outspeeds stuff in the tier. Even like priority. Like maybe Scarf Hydreigon will be better. Not that Hydreigon is like the best thing because we have to hit a Draco anyway. But we have another game. I like my opponent's team. Oh, great. All the monsters I have no... Why is his team... I see you back there, Crawdaunt. You're not hiding. You're not slick. Electros is a great lead, though, because it's the only thing that successfully beats Mamoswine with Giga Drain. I guess he could endure if he wants. Endure. He could endeavor if he wants to, but I can follow it up with a knockoff and knock him out. This also gets rid of Conkeldurr's potential Assault Vest or Life Orb, as it was Assault Vested. And... we'll just Thunderbolt to do as much damage as possible to this thing. Look at that. Sweet damage. Sweet damage. Look at it. I don't know why I got so into the mic. But, I'm surprised he didn't knock off there. I mean, I cared, but... yeah, we'll be able to go out to Chandelier. And the reason I'm going for Fire Blast here with Chandelier is even though it does give him the setup of Crawdaunt, we do have Shaman in the back to deal with him. But Fire Blast... oh, he's just going to go out to Goodra. Now, Goodra gives me a defog. He won't go Goodra. Should I just Shadow Ball? I think Shadow Ball is the better play. I don't want to miss, man. I know I'll miss. So, yeah, I would have definitely missed versus that Conkeldurr if I went for the Fire Blast, and I would have been sad. But the good thing is because we're Scarf, we deal with the... what was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say. We'll just Shadow Ball. I couldn't switch out because knockoff is obviously coming right there, and I'm assuming that's banded. But look at his arrow switches now, non-existent. non-existent. So we'll go right out into our Machamp. Flex on these trainers. Machamp, go right for the Dynamic Punch. Something is about to die. It is the Arcanine that comes in. Obviously, the Intimidate will let him tank it. That looks to be defensive Arcanine. Yeah, it tanked that way too well. So we'll go Empoleon. But he's very, very, very weak to... very, very, very weak to the arrow late game. And that's why I want to get rid of rocks as quickly as possible. Like pronto versus this guy. So Goodra comes out, which means I get up. I not only do I get rid of rocks, I get up rocks. So we do tank his Thunderbolts as well. And I can proceed to... I want to keep this alive, but then again, this is my only Goodra answer, so I'm just going to go for Scald and try and burn him. We have Machamp as well in the back. I need to get rid of Goodra, that way I can win with my Machamp. But we'll be able to go out into our Machamp now and click Dynamic Punch. No reason not to. Not today. No reason not to click Dynamic Punch. If he tries to go Mamoswine and maybe get up rocks later. Well, I need to get rid of Mamoswine as well as Crawdon. So thankfully he sacks Mamoswine. That was one of the things that he can use to deal with my arrow. Mandibuzz is going to come out. There's another Mon that can deal with it to an extent, but if he wants to defog, I don't think rocks matter as much when I am punching you in the face. Like, this is a Shaman answer, so you can't even roost. You gonna go Arcanine? Oh, I'll weaken all your answers, buddy. I will weaken all your answers. All of them. I'm expecting the Will-O-Wisp. I'm going to make a very aggressive play into my Shaman. Yeah. And we're actually going to make a double out into our Machamp, expecting him to want to go out into his Goodra. I don't expect him to tank this fire move right here, as Goodra does come out. And again, flex on these trainers. Hit him up with that Dynamic Punch. Punch him in the face! Expecting him to hit himself in confusion now. I'm going to go for knockoff. And we actually get a crit. That crit did matter too. So we're able to knock him out right there. And I do apologize if you hear like a smoothie blender going on. There's nothing I can do about that. I'll be moving in May. You know, hopefully. He's going to go for Crab Hammer here. So I'll go for the Shaman. And unfortunately for my opponent, he does miss. But I can proceed to go for Air Slash. I don't want to give Goodra Sap Sipper. And also Air Slash should be able to knock out Crawdon anyway. I'm assuming that was banded again, but that's really unfortunate that he missed. But I need chip damage on this Goodra to be able to knock it out. And we're going to go right back out into Machamp and flex on these trainers. And again, Dynamic Punch is always going to be the play. He drops a Draco, but that is not going to be able to knock us out. And now Shaman has a field day. Beautiful. Beautiful. I should just go for Ice Punch. It didn't make a difference, but I didn't want to save my... I wanted to save my PP just in case he... I'm straight struggling. Torianus, Lenarus, on top of a cloud. You gonna go for Aqua Jet here? Yeah. Great play. Great play. However, I do have the Seed Flare. And what Seed Flare does is it prevents Mandibuzz from beating me 1v1. Unless it has Brave Bird. So we keep ourselves alive. He tries to predict my double to arrow, but I don't think it was necessary at that point. And what we can do is just Seed Flare this Mandibuzz. We're Life Orb. We have the chance to lower its Spadef as we do. And he's not going to do Craftus anyway because we should have 0 attack investment. Yep. I can just Synthesis up. They don't run Brave Bird or anything like that. Run Foul Play, Knockoff. He has Toxic. Oh, joy. So we'll go for another Seed Flare and lower Spadef again. Or not, as he goes for the Foul Play. However, the next Seed Flare will be able to knock him out, and that will be game. We also have Aerodactyl on the back to knock him out with Stone Edge. Like, all we have to do is hit 2 Stone Edges, and you know how crazy that sounds to say? All you have to do is hit 2 Stone Edges, as if it's that easy. But let us look for one more game. We are on a roll, sort of, not really. We actually did lose live, but that's okay. We lost 1 game. Straight up A-Drive. No, I'm just kidding. A-Drive's my boy, by the way. Whenever I say A-Drive when I get frozen, it's because A-Drive is my boy. And I think of my friends, man. Pokeaim. Are we not even on the ladder anymore? What ladder am I looking at? Doubles OU. Okay. Oh, calm down there. That's our number 46. So we got that low from that loss. That's really, really unfortunate. But, yeah, if anybody has any solid Shaman Slurpuff teams for RU, feel free to leave them, man. I love using them. I have a lot of ideas for Sun and Moon, guys. I have so many ideas. And I have a few ideas for ORAS. Between ORAS and Sun and Moon, I actually have a few new series I want to do, and obviously OLT and things like that. However, I'm mainly waiting for myself to finish Road to Top 10 and Double OU. It's the only road left. I mean, technically, if I wanted to, I could just cancel that road because it's not on the list of the main. It is a main tier, but it's not on the list of, like, basically, it's not up here. But then again, I didn't do random battles. I didn't do cap. I'm not doing battle spot. I'm not doing battle spot special 17. What? Okay. Very, very, very scary team on my opponent's part. Very weak to Machamp. As we were very weak to, I actually want to lead off with Electros because one of his best leads versus me is Heliolisk, and it does so well versus this team. He leads off with his Chestnut, however. I'm going to go for the knockoff. You would assume that your opponent would fear the Flamethrower, but maybe he knows the team. Either way, Shaman's just a good switch anyway, as he is going to spike. And I'll just hit him with an Air Slash. Yeah, after he toxic my Electros, not fearing the Flamethrower, I was like, forget that. So we're able to get rid of Chestnut, opens up a door from Machamp. And speaking of doors, the door prior himself, the Aerodactyl is out, and it is ready. And yeah, I'll just go for Thunderbolt right here. I doubt I live a Stone Edge, but if I do, great. Mainly going for Thunderbolt because I don't care if Snorlax comes in, because at the end of the day, I have I got 4 arms over here. I got Machamp, man, just coming through. So at the end of the day, I don't really care if he knocks me out with that. Unfortunately, he crits me, but what cool would I do? I can go out to Empoleon, though. I do live 1 Earthquake, and his Earthquake actually brings me into Torrent range. So I'm hoping he goes for... he can very easily go out into Heliolisk. I'm going to go for Rocks, expecting Heliolisk to want to come out. Yes. All right, so Rocks are up now. Arrow is still the biggest threat on the team, or on the field, whatever. Yeah, Arrow is still a monster versus me. I think I just want to go for Scald, expecting his Volt Switch. Like, as terrible as I see it, I can't let his Arrow come in. I cannot let Arrow come in. What I need to do is make sure I can Mega Evolve safely versus a slower Mon as he goes the Blade. So he allows me to hit his 1 Arrow counter on the team with a Scald. And I'm going to double out into my Aerodactyl. Very, very risky play, but expecting him to go out to Heliolisk as it works out for me. And again, I needed this Mega to ensure that I could potentially, not to ensure that I can win, but to at least give me the chance of speed tying versus my opponent, right? Because his Arrow is the biggest threat to my team right now. He goes out to Snorlax. I could knock him out, right? Right, I could knock him out, but there's no way I'm risking Stone Edge right now. No way. I'm assuming he's Bandit Snorlax. We'll just sack our Empoleon to the Bandit return. Yeah, goodbye. I actually think because that's definitely Bandit, I want to go out into this and just click Fire Blast. He should definitely be Bandit. Yep. So the reason I'm going after this and clicking Fire Blast is because I'm trying to put Aerodactyl in range of Bullet Punch from my Machamp. So I'm hoping we also put Snorlax in range of the... Wow, he sacked the Blade. That's great. So goodbye to the Blade. But that's also good because he's recognizing that his Aerodactyl wins in the game, right? But I can also spam Dynamic Punch, so... I don't know. I'm going to save Chandelure. Machamp does live a Dynamic Punch, right? Machamp. Aerialist, excuse me. No, it doesn't. Shaman is... I'm just going to go for Fire Blast, yeah. I hate this, but I'm going to have to risk this right now. And basically whoever hits this wins the game. Ice Fang is in my favor. Does Ice Fang knock out Mega Aerodactyl as well? Mega Aerodactyl. It should. It's Tough Claws boosted. Oh, why is that a roll? Wait, 44 defense. Get the hell out of here. Hold up. Get the crap out of here. He said challenge accepted. No. Oh. Ah, you know what you did. So that basically literally came down to whoever hit that and whoever won the speed tie won the game right there. Not that, yeah, it basically came down to that. Because there's no way Bullet Punch from this knocks me out. I definitely knock out Lucario. Well, it's not like I lose if I don't knock out Lucario anyway. Shaman wins the game. But Bullet Punch, I should live that 100%. I think it does like 70? 60 to 70, yep. And Earthquake is a KO. I mean, it's Arrow. It's Arrow. The thing is, it's not Stab. Oh, did I really just say that? I played DPP for so long, and I didn't think that Earthquake would knock him out. What is wrong with me? I use Lucario all the time. But we're going to be able to knock him out with the Earthquake. We'll be able to knock out this thing with the Earthquake. And, again, that game came down to whose Aerodactyl was mad enough. Nah, not really. I mean, he obviously won the speed tie, but he dodged. I dodged the Stone Edge. But again, I could have said the same thing if I hit, right? So, that's a good game right there because it's officially over. We had Assault Vest Machamp in the back, but basically his arrow was going to tear through my team, and my arrow was going to tear through his team. Though he made it a lot easier for my arrow to potentially tear through his team because he decided to sack the blade. And like if he had pursued on the blade, for example, or anything like that, he definitely had options, or I think he had the tools to win even better than I did, just because the blade was such a big threat late game. With an SD, it just tears through my team. And the main thing is that it does take a hit from Arrow, but yeah, I ended up winning the speed tie, and then he threw away the blade. So, in any case, guys, I hope you all enjoyed. Of course, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, do your thing, and I will see you guys next time. Cue the outro.